Good evening, everyone. This is the Pep Man, Matt Morrow. Welcome to the third edition of Friday Night Live, talking Charlotte Metro High School football. Man, once again, what a crazy night of high school football. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know that many scores. I just got back home from a great game, a little bit of old school football tonight between Myers Park and Hickory Ridge. Myers Park won that game 14-7. This old school defensive football for most of the night. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys some highlights, from Myers Park Hickory Ridge. This is pretty cool. This platform that we use is still expanding, and this is going to be really, really cool to see. I see some comments on, on some games. Vance, let's see, Spiritual Man 30 before I get into the highlights of Myers Park Hickory Ridge. Vance won 54-0. Kenneth McClamrock from us was there. And of course, illustrious Coach Bills was coaching West Charlotte. But Vance did have a big win in that one. The lake's still rising. Yeah, I did see that. I saw Lake Norman big win over Mooresville 33-6. My Mooresville friends are hurt, to say the least. But, hey, Lake Norman bounced back after a tough loss to Huff we were at last week. Reed Herring, what do I think of Providence beating Central Cabarrus? I saw that score, and it told me a couple things. It told me that Providence, in my opinion, is for real, number one. I mean, they won 35-6. I mean, that was convincing. And that was something that was very impressive. Very impressive. Coach Ward has sent me some stats. I'll share those when we get to that segment when we talk about, the other games going on. You know how many requests I get like this? Guys, I wish I could show you my inbox, and I wish I could be everywhere. Trust me. But I know I need to see Providence, and I will see them very soon. I don't know when, but trust me, I promise I will see Providence real soon. Okay, let's see. We got a lot of comments. I'm trying to get to these highlights, guys. Good gracious. Yes, great win for Myers Park and Lucas Lindhoff and company. They were, good enough on offense when they needed to be, and defensively they were very strong. You're going to see those highlights here real soon. I just want to knock out a couple of these comments, before we get started on that. Very quarterback, Jaleel Quick, big coach. What's up, man? I saw you had a big win, 28-27 over West Meck. Of course, our Justin Adams was there. I don't know if he'll be able to get on tonight and talk about it, but, that was a great game. And Barry getting their second win on the season. Congratulations, guys. That's a great job. My boy OP. See, that's why I picked y'all, man. I believed in you. And you got it done beating Bessemer City. That's Highland Tech out of Gaston County, beating Bessemer City 27-8. Good job, OP, man. Congratulations. Good stuff. So Lee wants to queen in Mooresville next week. Oh, man. I'll have to check with her and see. I don't know what her plans are just yet. We take this thing week by week. So, but I will definitely relay that to her and make, her aware that she is wanted. So that counts for a lot. If we're wanted, it counts for a lot. Keep that in mind. All right. Number one for Myers Park, a beast. Jacob Newman, we have an interview with him. I'm going to try to play that on the show tonight. I haven't posted it on social media just yet. We did post Katie Redfern's interview, senior running back, team leader for Myers Park. And then Coach Harmon's interview is in the process of posting on Twitter, but I'm not sure if it's up yet or not. So more comments. I'll get to those in a little bit. But first off, I want to talk about this game. So starting this game off, and I'm talking about Myers Park Hickory Ridge, the game me and Brandon were at. Hickory Ridge got off to a good start in this game. So the first big play was a pass from Alex Bentley, the Hickory Ridge quarterback, to Christian Diggy Hamilton on the outside in a one-on-one matchup. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that for you right now. So you see Christian Hamilton beat the corner in one-on-one coverage right there, setting up Hickory Ridge deep in Myers Park territory. However, that drive did end in a missed field goal, so this still was 0-0. Then coming back on that, Hickory Ridge got another big play that resulted in their touchdown. Let's take a look at it. Well, let's go back. There we go.
Alex Bentley with some nice moves. Beautiful passes to number 8 by Alex.
All right, so that was a touchdown pass from Alex Bentley to Jordan Marsh that gave Hickory Ridge a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Now, Hickory Ridge has momentum right here, and they're going to pick up a nice fumble recovery on this next play that we're going to roll right now.
That's clear in the middle. Ball comes loose. It's recovered by the Ravens. We'll get down to the official first. And the Ranger Bulls have it.
All right, so that was a fumble recovery by Hickory Ridge. Early in the game, they had all the momentum going for them. But this big play right here by Jordan Potrose Tinsley on the D-line kind of shifted momentum a little bit towards Myers Park. Actually, we're a little out of order there. I'm sorry. This is going to be the Myers Park touchdown pass. This is from Lucas Linhoff to Kamarion Thornton, number 2. Check it out.
Pass complete. To number 2, Cam Thornton. With 8:17 left in the half, the Mustangs get on the board.
All right, so all these plays you're seeing, we will post to social media, of course, and we'll tag the kids that are in them. I just wanted to show you guys first on Friday Night Live what you're going to get to look at. So that tied the game up at 7-7 right there after that touchdown pass. This is a big play coming up. This is 4th down. Hickory Ridge goes for it. Nice call, play action pass, and they're going to hit Christian Diggy Hamilton on the outside on this play. All right, so that was a big play that got Hickory Ridge down in the red zone, but Myers Park was able to stop them on downs, and this was the play on 4th down where they stopped Hickory Ridge. Incomplete, broken up by number 6. All right, so that was Omari Filia with the big pass breakup. But they were trying to go to their money man, Christian Hamilton, down there on 4th down and get a play made, but they go out on down. So it's still tied 7-7 after that big play right there. But the guy that kept the chains moving from Myers Park all night long was number 1, Jacob Newman, and he had a big run right here I want to show you. I'm going to play that again for you. He had 190 yards on a whole bunch of carries. I don't know how many carries it was. But let's go to the next play here. So this was a defensive struggle in the third quarter. Both teams had trouble moving the ball. Defenses were reigning supreme. And then one of these examples of that is going to be Major Bird, number 9. He's going to come up with the sack here on this play for Myers Park. Play that again. And once again, that's just an example of the kind of defense that was being played by both of these teams. Conversely, Hickory Ridge was getting in the backfield several times. This young man, number 44 for Hickory Ridge, had a great game. I want to show you the tackle for loss he had right here. Yeah, once again, I'll show that to you. All right, so that's just a few plays that we had from the game. And I've got some more. I want to show you the game-winning touchdown, a couple fumble recoveries, and then the game-clinching interception by Omari Fillion, number 6 from Myers Park. But let's go back because I got a lot of comments here that I want to address. Let's see. Dunphy Nolan, what do you think of that boy Luke Bailey? He dangerous. Luke Bailey is a dangerous receiver. He's very talented, for sure. And he's a big reason why Providence is having the success that they're having right now. So it's a great job by him and that Providence Panthers team. Let's see here. Chris Nixon, this is talking about Jacob Newman. He did a great job running, understanding that the field was soaked. Absolutely. That was one of the things that was interesting about that game. Hickory Ridge is a grass field. I thought it held up pretty well, but of course, grass fields with the weather we've been having, a little bit of challenging footing. He did a really good job with that. I definitely agree with what you're saying right there, Chris. Good observation. All right, so let's get back to if you guys can post a couple scores for me. I got a couple observations I want to share. Continuing on about Myers Park, Hickory Ridge, both of these teams I think are really strong. You get a 7-7 game like that for so long, going deep in the fourth quarter, and I hadn't even got into the game-changing plays that were made in the fourth quarter when things kind of opened up a little bit. It got really, really interesting. And there's a couple plays I want to show you guys and kind of get your opinion on. But before I do that, I do have Mr. Tap In, Justin Adams, wanting to come on the show. So let's see what he wants to talk about. What's up, man? What you got going on over there?
My bad. I'm on the phone since you didn't send it to my email. I had to get on the phone. So I don't know
Friday Night Live. I ain't got a lot of time to be doing all that.
Nah,
but I'm glad you were able to figure it out. What's up, man?
Not much, man. I see you was at a hell of a game, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I got to post some more clips, man. It was a great fourth quarter in that game. But you had a good game too, right?
Yeah, man. The West Side battle. You got Barry and we had West Meck. It was a good game all the way. Barry started off strong. They opened up the lead, and then West Meck had some turnovers. Man, that was the most penalized game I've ever been to. When I say a flag was thrown every play, every play. But yeah,
so here's the question: do we need to slime some referees for throwing too many flags?
Yeah, they definitely need some. Definitely need some.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. Our referees do a great job. They do a great job.
You get 5% and stuff like that, man.
Oh man, wow.
It was a good game, man. It was a good game. Like I said, it came down to the last second because West Meck came back. West Meck rallied back from like I said, they were down by a couple of touchdowns, and Barry Lork, they got laxed a little bit. They got laxed a little bit, but the turnovers is what kind of kept their momentum in, and their defensive line did pretty good with getting pressure on Zaire. Zaire was under pressure all game. And I see him. He had to get his Lamar Jackson on for a little bit. So like I said, he made like I said, he made some good throws, and he made some mistakes as well. I'm pretty sure he knows that. So he's gonna go back and look at the film. He's gonna correct that. I know Zaire is a hard worker. But yeah, shout out to Doolin, Michael Doolin, number 3, the safety from Barry. Like I said, he sealed the game off with an interception. Had an interception earlier in the third quarter as well. He just played great at the safety position. He's a basketball guy, two-star sport guy, 6'3". He's very long. He's very athletic, and he held down the secondary for Barry. So he helped them seal the victory. And like I said, their quarterback was good as well. Their quarterback had a good game as well. He's making good throws all night. He got the ball off pretty quick. It was a pretty good game, pretty good performance by Barry. The coaching staff did pretty good with calling plays. Like I said, they got laxed a little bit at the end, but the momentum from for the interceptions that the defense got, and it's actually they were going back and forth. Both teams were getting interceptions at the last quarter. I'm talking about interception, and then from Barry, and then West Meck would get an interception, and then you know how that is. So it was a good performance on defensive side from both teams, and Barry came out on top.
All right, that's a big win for Barry. That gets him back to 500 at 2-2 on the season. I see we got a fan of Mr. Doolin that you just mentioned. I believe that's is that maybe a sister or something, Chelsea? She's 3-sport athlete.
My bad.
Oh man, good stuff. That's great. That's great. All right. You want to stay on or what?
Yeah, we can chop it up.
All right, good deals. Okay, so I see we got a couple scores here. Porter Ridge. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong one. Porter Ridge 47-0 over Garinger. Congrats to Porter Ridge on getting another win.
Of course, Damien will post that.
Well,
what's up, Big Dame?
There's a little bias there. That's okay. It's okay on Friday Night Live to be a little biased. That's what we want, Butler getting back in the win column, 42-0 over Independence. We said on the show earlier this week they were going to be upset.
They had to get their face back on that. They had to redeem themselves with that. So
and I'll tell you this: Butler faces Hickory Ridge next week, and that might be a loser leave town match because both of those teams have one conference loss, and we know if you finish in the top 2 of the conference, that you got to be there to get a playoff spot. So
it's big. It's a big game.
Yeah, big game right there. Let's see, Rocky River.
Is that Hickory Ridge next week?
Yes, it is at Hickory Ridge next week. Yep. Gotcha. Rocky River getting their first win. Congrats to them. They played your boys, East Meck, man.
They did. Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't seen a score. Y'all got let's see that Rocky River East Meck score so we can
somebody post that.
Yeah, throw that up there. Whoever's watching. Krishan Shepard, Lake Norman 33, Mooresville 6. Yeah, I mentioned that at the top of the show, Krishan. You got a shout out on Twitter from somebody. I don't know who it was, but they were very impressed with your game. So you must have did some big things. And hey, man, I got the link posted for anyone that wants to come on. Let me post it in the comments. If you want to come on the show, talk about what you did tonight, posted it in the comments. It's also posted on Twitter. If you want to come on with me and Justin and talk about, your performance or your team's performance, if you're a parent, a fan, click that link. It'll bring you into the studio, and we'll bring you on the show with us live.
A lot of y'all got a lot to say, so y'all need to tap in. Y'all be talking a lot in these comments. Get on the show and talk.
Well, we got somebody waiting named Jermaine. I don't know if he's connected or not. Well, let's bring him on.
Jermaine in here. What's up,
Jermaine? Okay, Jermaine, you got to connect your microphone or your camera. Okay, so you get that set up, then we'll bring you on. Oh, come on, Damien. Come on, man. You already watching? Just click the thing and come on the show, man. Come on now. Let the world know who you are.
It's Friday night. You got the weekend off. You might as well join.
You got nothing else to do. All right. And maybe you do. You might have some stuff to do. I'm sorry. All right. I'm gonna retweet the link if you're on Twitter, so you can see how to join the show. I'll retweet that real quick. So let's get some more scores, man. I'm gonna scroll back up. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. There's a JV game. So RGK and Olympic are playing tomorrow night at Olympic. So the JV play tonight. 56-34. AKJV win over Olympic. Wow. A lot of scoring for a JV game. My goodness. That had to be fun to watch. Wow. Jake David to Shea Widger was special. Okay. I'm presuming that's a AKJV connection, possibly. I don't know, but hey, big shout out to the AKJV. They out there. I think Olympic had only one loss to Charlotte Catholic. That was a close loss, so good job, to those guys on that. All right.
That's the build up for tomorrow's matchup.
That's the what now?
That's the build up for tomorrow's matchup.
Oh, I hope it's a shootout. I'm gonna be there at 6:00 at Olympic High School. And it's gonna be a fun time. Oh, now he wants to come on. All right, we're gonna bring him on.
Oh, Damien,
what's up?
You got me.
What's on your mind, man?
Hey, man, ain't nothing. It's just it's good to get W's sometimes. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind trying to figure out how to get to Garinger and just help rebuild that place over there, man. I think they might have had like 19 players.
Oh man, that's tough.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
Yeah, I've been there. There's some good people over there right now. I've talked with them, and they're doing what they can at the moment, and trying to keep things together. And hopefully in the off season there'll be some things that are put in place to help that place grow a little bit.
Yeah, they definitely showed some really good sportsmanship. Weren't no bad attitudes or anything. Like, they just tried to play some ball,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what the kids on that team. That's what they're there, to do. And they got some talented kids. They sent me some information on a kid I'm gonna look into. His film looks pretty good. So, like we always say, there's talent everywhere in Charlotte, no matter what school you go to, and Garinger's no exception.
Will that be number 5, probably?
I think he was number 2.
It's either 2. It's either 2 or 5.
Yeah.
But
so Porter Ridge. Yeah. So I know Porter Ridge is your team. You guys are what's your guys' record now?
3-1 now.
3-1. All right. Good deal, man.
We got to go to Rocky River next week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't know if you guys knew, but we're without Brandon.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he's done.
I hate to hear that. He's a good kid, man.
Yeah, we lost him first half of the Butler game.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
That sucks.
Yeah, so I mean, but we have some very good young players, and of course Zakowski.
Oh yeah. Great kid.
Our quarterback is coming along pretty good, and you got Carla Harris and Amar Taylor, our running back, who leads Union County in rushing right now. So,
oh really?
Yeah.
I saw some film on him. I like how he runs. He runs real hard.
Yeah, he's a new day Jerome Bettis maybe type.
No pressure, Omarion. No pressure.
He's not going to juke you or anything. He's not going to juke you or anything, but he runs pretty good. So
yeah, absolutely. Good deal, man.
We just gotta, get ready for Rocky River, and then, we got Myers Park after that, and then Hickory Ridge. So
that's a tough finish to the
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know you guys were talking about Myers Park, but and those boys, the other boys, but the real deal is Jacob Newman.
Oh yeah. I'm going to show his interview that we did after the game here in just a second.
Yeah.
Really, really, really good young man, comes from a good family and very talented. Very talented.
Right.
Absolutely. All right, Dame. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man. It's good to hear from you, and hopefully I can get down to Union County before this little season ends.
Man, it's be nice. I catch one of you guys over at Rocky River next week. I mean, Rocky River, they did pretty good tonight, so we'll see. They might be ready to go.
Yeah, they're saying Duff posted 40-3 right there, so that's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. I thought that game was going to be a little closer than that, but
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I thought Rocky River got it going a little bit. That's good. That's good for them.
Well, I appreciate you guys inviting me on. I'm gonna take me a shot of that mountain water and fall asleep.
That sounds good.
So we had to catch up out off the radio show one day, and we catch up.
Absolutely. Thanks, man.
All right, guys. All right,
we'll see. All right, that's great. Porter Ridge parent, and he's also a supporter and does a lot of things for other kids. Damian Jackson, coming out of Union County. So, Barry 28, West Mac 27, Zoe Teflon. I hope I said your name right. So Justin Adams, the dude to my right, was at that game. We talked about that game a few minutes ago. When this ends, you can go back and hear, some of the comments that he shared. But obviously that was a great game, over on the west side of Charlotte off of Allegheny Street. Detron McWilliams, Mallard Creek 41, Hopewell 6. I saw that game at half. I think it was, 13-6 Mallard Creek at the half. So for a half, Hopewell and Mallard Creek was a good game, and then Mallard Creek obviously put the metal to the metal. Second half, 28 points. So getting another big win, their second win in a row over at the Creek. So they're starting to get things going over there, as most people have said that they would. Once they got a little more time and a little more continuity with what the coaches want to do and everything. So good job from Mallard Creek on that. All right, Tim Pride saying I was right about Myers Park, wrong about Shelby, and AK versus Olympic to be determined. I like AK. What happened with Shelby? Yeah, I hadn't seen. I know that game was close. What was the? If someone could throw that final up there, greatly appreciate it, because I had picked Burns in that game, so I don't know who won. I'm gonna try to get on Twitter and see a couple scores, but that's awesome. That's awesome stuff, man. Those two teams, you talk about Cleveland County football, you think about the amount of talent out there, just in Shelby, Crest, and Burns, and, Kings Mountain. And those schools are always good. Thank you, Gary. 2018 Shelby. Man, I was wrong. God,
who did they play?
They played Burns. It was a rematch of the playoff game last year.
Okay.
Shareed actually went to the playoff game last year. But great football, man. Great football for sure. Down there in Cleveland County. So we got a few minutes left here on the show. Like I said, I do want to share with you guys that Jacob Newman interview. I'm going to pull that up, and then we're going to let him. I'm going to play our interview. You guys just kind of sit back and enjoy this. It's going to be about 2 minutes long. All right, Matt Morris, Sharp Football Insider here in Myers Park. Running back Jacob Newman. I think I saw 190 yards on Infinity Carries. A big win tonight over Hickory Ridge, man. First of all, how do you feel right now?
A little beat up, a little sore, but it's all good. Got the win, so that's the thing. I can worry about my body in the morning. Just happy we got the win.
Very good, very good. So I asked KD what was he seeing behind the offensive line. It seems like y'all were running a lot of inside stuff, man. What kind of stuff were you guys running to kind of get you to daylight?
Mostly just inside runs, A/B gap runs. Trying to get downhill because it's real slippery out here, real muddy. So like he said, we're trying to make one cut, get upfield, and try to break a big one or get what we can get.
Absolutely, man. So, like I asked Katie, you guys being undefeated right now, how far can you go in your opinion?
We preach state championship, nothing more, nothing less. So that's what we're looking for every year as a team. So I feel like this team, we can go far. We plan on winning state championship. That's what we practice to do. That's what we plan to do. So that's the goal every year.
Absolutely, man.
Now talk about Coach Harmon coming in so late in the process, the adjustment you had to make with him, and now being undefeated under his leadership.
He's a great leader. He's definitely a player's coach. Everybody loves him. He shows energy every day in practice. He's gonna love you up, and then he's gonna tell you what you need to do, what you need to work on. But we love him, man. He's been a great leader. He had to step up into a big role, and he's taking advantage of that, and he's got this team where we are right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's undefeated on the season. Big reason why this young man right here, Jacob Newman, getting it done on the ground, man. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it, man. Yes, sir.
All right, so that Justin stepped away. So that was Myers Park running back Jacob Newman, and like I said, the highlights that we played earlier, the interviews, all that will be posted on social media after the show ends tonight. I see the Atkins family and George, you guys are trying to come on. We got to get your microphone or camera connected before we can bring you on the show. So it's a little something in your permissions. If you allow it, we'll be able to bring you on, and you can join the show and talk about whatever you like to talk about. But once again, Myers Park big win over Hickory Ridge, 14-7. I'm going to see what other games we can get some scores on and get some impressions. Vance with the big win over West Charlotte, 54-0. That game got to a running clock in the first half. That machine continues to roll on. And it's clear right now. It's clear that Vance is the number one team in the city, I'd even go with the state. And everyone else right now is playing for second place, in my opinion. I mean, Justin, would you agree with that?
No, definitely. Vance is definitely the more dominant team, and of course, Charlotte being Charlotte, we always have the talent pool is always greater here. So when you have a dominant team like that, it typically takes over the state. So I would definitely agree with you as being the most dominant team in the state.
Absolutely. And then the one other score we haven't mentioned, Huff won big over North Meck. The last score I saw was 33-0 in that game. That was the spring season week 4 game of the week. That game was live streamed with commentary. Those guys are streaming a CMS game or an Charlotte area game every week with commentary, and they're doing a great job with it. So make sure you check those guys out. If you're not at a game on Friday night and you just want to support Charlotte area high school football. So let me show you guys the game-winning touchdown before we end this thing tonight. So Justin, of course, this was our California connection.
Oh yeah.
And what we're talking about is Myers Park quarterback Lucas Linhoff to Kamarion Man Thornton on the outside. So let me get that video pulled up so I can show you guys the game-winning touchdown from Myers Park tonight over Hickory Ridge. And I got to look at my notes here. All right. Here we go.
Touchdown pass.
We'll play that one more time. All right, so that happened with about I think it was about 2 minutes left in the game. It's a second down and like 13 yards. And I mean, that connection was good for both of their touchdowns tonight. Big win to keep Myers Park undefeated. So, Justin, you got a question here from Trench God. You pulling up tomorrow, bro?
My boy Smooth. Man, listen. CFI will be in the building. I will say that. CFI will be there.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be there.
I'm going to just leave it at that.
I think he's trying to let you down gently. Oh man. But yeah, I will be there for sure. So, yes, we will be there, one way or another. Gary Ashley, like to see Advance versus Dutch Fork next. That game was scheduled.
That's what I said.
Pre-COVID, and then COVID hit, and we didn't get what we wanted. Trust me, everyone wants it, and they want to give it to us. But we gotta, we just gotta be patient. Okay. If you guys didn't see, Vance is playing Highland Springs out of Virginia in the fall. And that is a huge game. Highland Springs is basically the Dutch Fork of Virginia. So they are reaching out and scheduling big games as much as they possibly can. The thing is, when you play big games, they have to want to play you. And sometimes teams don't want to play you, so it is what it is. Let's see. There was something else I wanted to. I must be missing okay. So Coach Hackett buying donuts. yeah, it's another donut party off IBM Drive for sure. Another great performance by the Cougars. Right now, everything's lining up for a dynamic Vance Huff matchup, and I think the whole world might be there for that game, wherever it's played, because it seems like grass fields are not playable anymore.
Yo, I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, so I know there's multiple sports out there, and you want to try to save your grass field and all that, but I mean, football is football, man. I mean, if the grass ain't, horrible, it ain't just mud out there, then
it's football. Either way, you get on the field and you play, regardless of what type of condition it is.
Right. All right, so we got someone that wants to come on. If I use the right things, I'll be okay. All right, so this person's name is D that wants to come on. So let's see what D has to say. Well, so they got scared.
What happened?
They went away. And when I get ready to bring some people on, sometimes I guess they get nervous and they don't want to come on anymore. So I don't know. But anyway, anyone else that wants to join, we got about 3 minutes left in the show. Feel free to click that link. I'll put it in the comments again if you want to come on the show and have something to say about the performance tonight. Let me share what Coach Ward from Providence sent me for his stats. Let's see here. This is Providence's big win over Central Bears. And I'm just going back to my phone here.
We don't.
What's that? Anson's? Oh, I don't have the Anson score. They played Mount Pleasant. Let me see if I can go to Mount Pleasant and see if their Twitter has an update. Because that was a big – no, I think they're playing tomorrow. I think Mount Pleasant and Anson are playing tomorrow at 5 o'clock at Central Bears, I believe is what I saw. I'm going to try to find their athletic Twitter. Here we go. Yep, they're playing tomorrow at 5 o'clock at Central Bears. Gates open at 3:45. There is a link on the Mount Pleasant Twitter if you want to go to that game, if you're free, spiritual man. Tim Pride asking me, come on, Pet Man, who you got tomorrow? Tim, if you watch the show on Wednesday night, you guys would know that I picked Olympic tomorrow, and some people at RGK are mad at me. So, yeah, that was my prediction for tomorrow's big game. I call it the Muhammad Ali versus Mike Tyson throwdown in the SOMEX 7. Andrew Buckman, Myers Park. Hey, congratulations, Andrew. I was looking for you after the game. I was looking for a lot of you guys. You guys got scattered, man. I couldn't find you. And I wanted to congratulate, some of you guys in person, and you were one of them. But great job, man. You guys are doing a great job on the D-line. It's very impressive, Andrew. Great win for you guys to stay undefeated, man. So real quick, So Coach Ward from Providence shared this. Holland Stallings, quarterback, had 195 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, plus 2 rushing touchdowns, accounting for 4 touchdowns on the night. Nathan had I hope I said this right. He was on here earlier. Nathan Hadjuk, 14 carries for 88 yards and a touchdown. And then once again, the defense had a great performance. Only gave up 6 points and only allowed 60 yards of rushing. And that's to a pretty good 3A Central Bears team. So Providence rolling on the bus loaded with premium gas at 4-0. So good stuff on that.
Providence got a big game next week against Olympic.
Is that who they have next week?
Next week? I believe that's next week, right? I'm sorry, it's April. That's April 1st. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know that the showdowns with RGKL and Olympic are coming up. Those are going to be the 2 big games for Providence for sure.
Yeah,
so that's a great job for those guys. I'm very happy for their success because there's a lot of great kids over there for sure. All right. So, Justin, you got anything else?
I want to shout out the West Met coaches. I was on their sideline most of the night, and I just like the way they kept their players motivated throughout the game. You know, they never really got into their face and yelled at them or anything like that. They just, you know what I'm saying, they were good. They were being good coaches tonight. They were being real good coaches tonight. You know what I'm saying? They made sure their players stay motivated. Mm-hmm. And their kids, like I said, it showed. That's why they came back. They came back and they almost won the game. So, like I said, I want to shout out to those coaches, man. That's a hell of a way to coach and keep your players in the game, keep your players engaged, and yeah, man, shout out to them.
That's awesome.
And their JV players said they requested us to be at one of their games too. They said, "Wow."
You know, let me say something.
Like as soon as the game was over, one of the JV players was like, "Why are you guys didn't come to our game?" I'm like, "Bro, who are you? You know,
So they're attacking you, and they shouldn't attack you because you don't do the JV game. That's what I do. So they are very persistent on Instagram when I make the post about where we should go for the JV game of the week. And trust me, I understand that, you know, we are the only ones that regularly cover JV football. You know, no one else around here covers JV football, which, you know, I think it's great. I was a JV head coach for several years, and you know, those guys work just as hard, and they're eventually going to be on the Friday Night Lights. So, I mean, I think it's good for them to, you know, get a little bit of recognition for everything that they do. So, it's always an open thing. You know, I pretty much try to go where I feel like they really want some coverage, and I try to go to different places that we may not have got to on the varsity. So we try to hit as many programs as possible. But I hear you, West Mech JV. I hear you. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to get to a West Mech JV game and you know, show you guys some love, because I don't think I did one last year either. So that does play, you know, a role in it. So we will see. We will see. I can't promise anything. We got 3 counties we hit now, so a lot of people want some love. Oh, and the shout out, and I don't know if y'all are watching, but West Cabarrus JV, my goodness, you guys are getting creative. They are starting to DM me on Twitter. I keep the JV stuff on Instagram, so you know that's pretty awesome though. I like to see that passion, you know, from JV kids. It's really important. It's important to me, you know, because you get a kid on JV, you get them ingrained in the program, you get them, you know, loving, you know, football. It could change a life, you know. Those are really formative years. You know, your varsity kids most of the time are pretty developed. So there you go. All right. For the 22 people that are still watching, thank you so much. There'll be a lot of Myers Park Hickory Ridge highlights coming at you on Twitter and Instagram. Interviews will be posted on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you want to see, you know, any more coverage from us, Wednesday night, 7:30 is our live show where we have the whole crew with us, including the Queen, who I know was requested to go to Mooresville. So We'll talk about that next week. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, RGKL at Olympic. If you guys see me, say hello. Saw some very nice people at Hickory Ridge tonight. Thank you guys so much for being so kind, to us when you see us in person. It really means a lot to all of us. And, we thank you for your support. See you guys later.